Do you freeze when it's time to speak English? Today, stop studying and start training your mouth to speak automatically. In the next 30 minutes, take the Yesterday in 2 Minutes challenge. Then copy 3 simple patterns to glide from small talk to meetings. No grammar drills, just high-O frequency chunks you can use right now. By the end, you'll turn your morning routine into fluent sentences and start to speak without thinking. Ready? Let's begin.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. This is where we try to cut through the noise, look at what the experts are saying, and give you that focused knowledge you can actually use.
And today we're talking to you, the learner, someone who really wants that English fluency like now, fast, automatic.
Yeah, that's the goal, right? And it seems like the usual ways, memorizing endless verb lists, drowning in grammar rules, maybe aren't the fastest path. Our sources today, people like Emma and Tom, language experts, they seem to point to a different way, almost a shortcut.
It really is counterintuitive in some ways, because the big idea we're unpacking is that fluency, real spoken fluency, doesn't start with complex topics. It starts with, your own life.
My life. You mean like my boring daily routine?
Exactly that. We're talking about moving English from this academic thing you study to something you just do automatically. And these sources argue pretty strongly that mastering your daily routine is the absolute bedrock for that.
Okay, so that's based on Emma's work. She found a connection there.
A huge connection. She saw it over and over with thousands of students. It wasn't about who knew the most fancy words, the students who got fluent fastest. They were the ones who could describe their typical day, start to finish, perfectly, smoothly, no hesitation.
Interesting. Before we dig into why that works, let's try that little challenge the sources mention. It kind of sets the stage.
Yeah, good idea. So just take a moment, maybe pause if you need to, but try this. Talk about what you did yesterday in English for 2 minutes straight. Don't stop.
And pay attention to how it feels. Are you translating in your head? Are you pausing, searching for words, like that physical stutter almost?
If you felt that little bit of being stuck, that's exactly the friction we want to eliminate today. That pause is your slow brain, your analytical brain, trying to piece sentences together based on rules.
Right. And Emma's point was that mastering the daily routine gives you this solid base. It's the concrete slab everything else gets built on. Job interviews, socializing, whatever.
Think about it. Yeah. Tell me about yourself. Where do you even start? Probably with what you do every day. You need those basic building blocks ready to go. Automatic.
Okay, so let's get into the why. Why are talking about, waking up, making coffee, brushing teeth. Why is that more important for fluency than trying to debate, say, international politics right away?
Well, Tom's argument is really insightful here. He says you have to take away the stress of finding the idea first. Your daily routine, it's cold. There's no mental effort needed to figure out what happened next.
Oh, okay. So you're not juggling two problems, finding the thought and finding the English words for the thought.
Exactly. Zero brain power wasted on the what. It means 100% of your focus can go to just practicing the English structure, the flow, the sounds.
That makes a lot of sense. If I'm trying to talk about quantum physics, I'm lost on the concepts and the vocabulary. But if I talk about making toast, well, I know how toast works.
Right. The idea is simple, fixed. So you just focus on, I put the bread in the toaster. You're practicing real useful English you can actually use tomorrow morning.
It's turning abstract grammar rules into something concrete, like physical muscle memory for your mouth.
That's a great way to put it. So let's make this really practical. Let's walk through some of the detailed examples from the sources. Emma's day, Jesse's routine. Notice the level of detail. That's what makes the vocabulary stick.
Okay, starting right at the beginning. Morning rituals. Emma wakes up, not just gets up, but wakes up at 7 a.m. sharp. Specifics.
Yeah, and she doesn't just say, I get ready. She stretches her arms, walks to the bathroom, brushes her teeth specifically for 2 minutes, uses a tongue scraper. See? Little action verbs.
Yeah.
Very specific.
And the detail about washing her face, not just water, but cold water. Because why?
Because, she says, it really wakes me up. That's better than I wash my face. You've got an adverb, really. And that phrase, wakes me up, it adds a layer. Simple sentence, but more descriptive.
I like that. Building complexity, naturally. Okay. After the bathroom, kitchen time, coffee, but first.
First, a full glass of water. She emphasizes that. Water is essential for energy. Then the coffee. And breakfast is kept simple, deliberately. Toast with butter and strawberry jam. Or maybe cereal. Quick stuff.
The sources give a good list of common breakfast words, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. Scrambled eggs, fried, boiled. Oatmeal, maybe with dried fruit. Jessie apparently likes yogurt with granola. Simple, everyday food words.
And the slightly weird one, Emma's brother.
Huh, yes.
Yeah.
Leftover pizza for breakfast. The point is, use the real words for what you actually eat. Don't try to sound fancy, just be accurate to your life.
Makes sense. Okay, breakfast done. Getting ready phase, clothes. Emma grabs a blue shirt because...
That goes with everything, practical. And white sneakers because they're comfortable. She stresses comfort. Comfort is most important, especially if you walk a lot.
And checking the bag. The essentials. Phone, wallet, keys.
And her little notebook. Non-negotiable items. Again, specific nouns you probably use every day.
All right, let's switch to the commute and work life. Jessie's routine. Earlier start for her.
Yep, Jessie's up at 6 a.m., out the door by 7:00 sharp, takes the bus. It's a 30-minute ride.
And she uses that time, right? It's not dead time.
No, exactly. Listens to a podcast, maybe productivity, maybe just music to zone out. Using commute time effectively is a recurring theme.
And Emma had that nice description of the morning traffic, not just traffic jam.
Right, she called it an organized dance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, cars, traffic lights, people waiting at the crosswalks. Using descriptive words like organized and specific nouns like crosswalks, that immediately elevates your description.
Okay, work itself. Lots of standard verbs here. Checking emails.
Checking emails first thing, yeah. Writing reports, preparing presentations, financial ones in her case. Team meetings.
And meetings are often online now, so you need phrases for that.
Definitely.
Okay.
Things like, okay, I'll share my screen now. Or the classic, Bob, you're on mute.
Yeah.
You have to know those practical phrases.
And the lunch break. Emma was quite firm about this.
Absolutely. Take a real break. Do not eat at your desk. She says even just 15 minutes outside, maybe standing in the sun, helps you reset.
And her example lunch was very specific. Helps you remember it.
Yeah, grilled chicken sandwich with avocado and chipotle mayo at a specific place, sunny kitchen. That level of detail makes it memorable and gives you more vocabulary to play with.
Okay, transitioning to the evening, getting home.
Yeah.
First step.
The physical shift. Change out of work clothes into something comfortable. Sweatpants, a cozy sweater, the relaxation uniform.
And then the social side, meeting a friend.
Yes, Emma meets Sarah at the Daily Grind, their favorite cafe. They get a specific drink, a caramel latte, and they talk about, well, everything. Their day, movies.
And they mentioned friendship being important.
One of life's greatest gifts was the phrase. See how it mixes simple sentences? They talk about everything with slightly more expressive language.
Yeah, nice blend. Later in the evening, winding down.
Domestic stuff. Tidying the kitchen. Emma's got a little motto. A clean space equals a peaceful mind. Then planning the next day. Checking the calendar.
Specific appointments again.
Always specific. 9:00 Middle Everett a.m. team meeting. 10:30 a.m. dentist. 6:00 p.m. yoga class. Concrete times and actions.
And the last step before bed. The gratitude journal.
Right. Focusing on 3 good things. Maybe the good food she ate, time with family, finishing something tough at work. It connects positivity with the language practice.
Okay, so that detailed walkthrough gives a clear blueprint. The challenge for you, the listener, is to map this onto your life. What coffee do you actually drink? What route do you take? What's your specific way to unwind?
That's how you take this template and make it your own fluent personal story. It's about applying these patterns to your reality.
So we've got the content, the vocabulary of your day, but like you said, just knowing the words isn't enough. It can still feel stiff. We need speed, flow, automatic delivery. How do we train for that?
Right, this is where it gets really interesting. Because the secret, according to Emma and Tom, is all about patterns over perfection. And it's about training the right part of your brain.
The right part, there are 2.
Well, functionally speaking, yes. You've got the slow, analytical brain. It loves grammar rules, exceptions, thinking things through step by step. Then you've got the fast, automatic brain. That's intuition, speed, muscle memory. For fluency, we need to talk to the fast brain.
And the slow, analytical brain, that's the bad guy for speed.
It's the bottleneck. Because it causes that translation delay. When you're consciously thinking, okay, subject.verb, correct tense.object, that takes processing time. That pause you feel. That's your analytical brain running checks.
So practicing real situations over and over bypasses that check.
Exactly. It trains the automatic brain to just know the sequence of sounds, the pattern. Like how you know 2 + 2 = 4 instantly. You don't calculate it every time. Fluency is like that for sentence patterns.
You mentioned mouth muscles earlier. That really stuck with me. It's physical.
It really is. Which leads directly into technique 1, shadowing. This is the workout.
Okay, define shadowing. It's not just listening, right?
Definitely not passive. It's active training. You repeat what you hear simultaneously, like an echo, just a fraction of a second behind the native speaker. You're not focused on understanding every word. You're focused purely on mimicking the rhythm, the intonation, the speed.
How do you actually do it, step by step?
Okay, first, find good audio. Short clip, maybe 30 seconds. Natural conversation, like from this deep dive or a story. Clear speaker. Second, just repeat immediately, and this is crucial. If you miss a word, do not stop.
Don't stop, even if I mess up.
Don't stop. Jump back in on the very next word. Keep the flow going. The goal is rhythm and continuity, not perfect accuracy at first. You're literally forcing your mouth muscles to find the right shapes without conscious thought. Mouth muscle memory training.
Okay, that sounds intense. What about picking up bad habits if the speaker isn't clear?
Good question. The sources stressed choosing clear, standard pronunciation. And ideally, someone speaking slightly faster than you're comfortable with. That pushes you. Shadowing forces you to practice connected speech, which we'll get to. It's what academics call comprehensible input with active output. You're learning like babies do copy the sound first.
And the tip about moving while you do it?
Yeah, walk around, do dishes, whatever. It seems to help integrate it faster. Physical movement helps lock in the pattern.
Okay, shadowing for the delivery. What about the building blocks? Technique 2, simple sentence patterns, Emma's 10-minute thing.
Right. This is about mastering the absolute core structures of English. These patterns cover like 80% of everyday conversation.
Let's break them down. Pattern 1.
Pattern 1, I plus action plus object. Super basic. Transitive verbs, things you do to something. You need rapid-fire repetition here.
Give us some examples for practice.
Think simple daily actions. I eat breakfast. I read a book. I check email. I drink coffee. I buy bread. I watch TV. Say them fast. 10 times each. Until I drink coffee is just one sound chunk.
Got it. Pattern 2 adds context.
Pattern 2, I plus action plus time place. Connects your actions to the world. Where and when.
Examples.
I go to work at 8. I wake up early. I come home after work. I run in the park. I sleep for 8 hours. This lets you start building out your daily narrative. You can link them. I drink coffee, P1, at my desk, P2.
Okay. And pattern 3 is about feelings.
Pattern 3, feelings and desires. Using verbs like, need, want, have, feel. Expressing your internal state.
Such as?
I like strong coffee. I need more sleep. I want a break. I have 2 meetings. I feel tired. This adds personality, makes it sound less like a robot listing actions.
So the big aha moment here is fluency isn't about knowing 50,000 words.
Not initially, no. It's about being able to instantly, automatically combine these 3 simple patterns. If you can say, I need sleep, P3, I wake up early, P2, I drink coffee, P1, without thinking, you're building real conversational ability.
And this just takes 10 minutes a day.
Focus practice, yes. That consistency starts the physical change in how you speak. Okay, building on that automatic structure. Technique 3. This sounds like the ultimate goal. Thinking in English, stopping the translation.
Yes, this is the key to unlocking real-time conversation. You have to cut out the middleman, your native language.
How do you even start doing that? It sounds hard.
Start small, really small. Step 1, label your world. Put sticky notes on things. Fridge, lamp, chair. Every time you see it or touch it, think the English word. Fridge, open fridge.
Okay, labeling. Step 2.
Internal monologue. Tom suggested this. Narrate your simple actions to yourself in English, in your head. Stuck in traffic. Think, this traffic is slow, making tea. Think, I am pouring the water. Connect the English directly to the action or object. No translation step.
And the last step, the slightly weird one.
Talking to yourself, out loud, in the mirror, while cooking, whatever. It feels silly at first, trust me. But it's zero pressure practice. No fear of mistakes, no judgment. It just gets you used to forming English sentences spontaneously.
All right, so we have the daily content, we have the techniques for automatic delivery, but if you just say those simple sentences perfectly, word by word, you still sound a bit robotic, right?
Exactly. Something's missing. And what's missing is the natural flow, the rhythm, the secret code that native speakers use.
Secret code? Like what?
Well, they don't speak like textbooks. They connect words, shorten things, use informal language. To sound natural, you need to understand and use connected speech.
Ah, connected speech. This is huge for understanding people when they talk fast, isn't it? English words kind of blend together.
They really do. It's like music, not separate notes. We should definitely spend some time on the common ways this happens. These are non-negotiables for sounding natural.
Okay, first up, contractions, like gonna and wanna.
Absolutely essential. I'm going to eat becomes I'm going to eat. Do you want to go becomes do you want to go? Or even just want to go. But the TED sound often vanishes. You'd have to practice saying these until they feel normal.
What about gimme gotta?
Yep. Gimme for gimme. Got it for got it. Or have got to. And that really fast one for did you eat yet?
Oh, yeah, the sources mentioned this. It sounds like one word.
Jeet yet. It really does. Recognizing that blur and even starting to produce it is a big step towards sounding more native-like.
Beyond contractions, there's the rhythm, right? Stressing certain words.
Yes, English is stress-timed. We emphasize the important words, the nouns, main verbs, adjectives, adverbs that carry the meaning, and little grammatical words too. The A is R. They get squished, softened, almost swallowed.
Can you give an example?
Sure. I went to the store. The stress is on went and store. This to the is super quick and quiet. Da, 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 da. That rhythm carries meaning.
An intonation. Voice going up or down.
Also key. Voice goes up at the end for yes-no questions. Are you coming? But it goes down for information questions. Where are you going? And for statements, it usually drifts down at the end.
Okay, moving on to something controversial. Fillers. Like and like. Aren't those supposed to be bad?
That's the common wisdom. But the sources say, actually, no. They're essential tools for natural conversation.
Essential. How?
They buy you thinking time. Without creating awkward silences, they make the conversation flow more smoothly, sound less abrupt, more human.
Okay, so which fillers are good to practice using?
The classics are? Well, actually, kinda, sort of. Starting opinion with, well, actually, I think. Sounds much more natural and less aggressive than just stating it. Kind of and sort of are great for hedging or softening what you say.
Good point. Next, greetings. We need to ditch, hello, how are you? I am fine, thank you.
Please, yes, casual greetings are vital. Go for, hey, how's it going? Or just, how's it going? What's up? It's very common, too.
And the British one? You all right?
Yeah. That often just means, hello. The expected answer isn't your life story. It's usually just, yeah, good, you. Or, all right, back on. Just a quick acknowledgement.
Okay, what about slang? Using current slang shows you're comfortable, right?
It definitely can, if used appropriately. The sources gave some good functional examples. Like, if something's great or cool, you might hear, that's sick. Or maybe, that's awesome.
And being tired.
I'm beat. Or I'm knackered in the UK if you need to leave somewhere quickly.
I gotta bounce.
Exactly. Or I need to head out. And if someone asks what you've been up to, and nothing much has happened.
Same old, same old.
Yep. These little phrases make a big difference in sounding current.
Beyond words, though. Body language. Nonverbal stuff.
Hugely important. Communication is holistic. Eye contact shows confidence and engagement. A genuine smile makes you seem approachable. Nodding while someone speaks.
But not like a bobblehead.
Right. A slow, thoughtful nod shows you're listening and processing, not just frantic agreement.
And politeness. Can't forget that.
Absolutely critical in many English-speaking cultures.
Yeah.
Using please and thank you constantly is standard. And softening a request is key.
Right.
Just say, give me the pen. Could I borrow that pen, please? Or would you mind if I... Using could, would, mind, it smooths the interaction significantly. Okay, so we've got the automatic speech foundation, we've got the naturalness, the fillers, the connected speech. Now let's put it into practice. High-pressure situations.
Yeah.
Starting with social stuff.
Yes. The classic nightmare. You run into someone and their name is just gone. Poof. What do?
The sources had a great example. Nick sees Anna, blanks on her name. He says, really honestly, this is really embarrassing, but your name has just slipped my mind.
Slipped my mind. That's a good phrase. Sounds accidental.
Exactly. It takes the edge off. And Anna's response was perfect, too. Don't worry, it happens to me all the time. I'm terrible with names, too. Offering that reassurance immediately makes it less awkward.
What if it's more formal? Can you still admit it?
You can, or you can use a pivot. Like, it's great to see you again. Can I just grab your contact details, make sure I have them right? Offer their name is right there on their email or card. Sneaky but polite.
Okay, next social hurdle. Small talk. The stuff you talk about when you're not really talking about anything.
Right. The sources called it the oil that keeps the conversation going. It's not about deep meaning. It's about building rapport, establishing comfort.
And the key is asking open questions.
Yeah, questions that need more than yes or no. Instead of, did you have a good weekend? Try, what did you get up to over the weekend? Or how did that presentation you mentioned go? Invite them to share a little.
And handling compliments. If someone says, nice shirt.
The natural response is just a simple, genuine, oh, thank you, or thanks, I appreciate that. Trying to deflect it like, oh, this old thing can sometimes feel a bit awkward in return. Just accept it gracefully.
All right, let's shift gears. The professional world. Business English. We're looking at that sales meeting dialogue, Marco, Erica, and the manager, Clark.
Right. Here, the language gets a bit more formal, more precise. We need specific vocabulary for business concepts. Like, instead of increase sales, the phrase is
Drive sales.
exactly. And a special offer isn't just an offer, it's a
Promotion. Like a 2-for-1 promotion.
perfect. And we're talking strategy comparing to other companies. You need to
Match the competitors. Or maybe exceed them, being competitive in the market.
Let's try a little role-play snippet from that meeting. Marco proposing an idea. He wouldn't just say, let's have a sale. You'd say something like, host speaker, as Marco. Okay, team, I'd like to propose a new strategy to drive sales next quarter. I think we should consider running a holiday promotion to match the competitors. See? Propose, strategy, drive sales, consider, promotion, match competitors. Very specific business language. And Erica's response, asking for data. Host speaker as Erica. That's an interesting concept, Marco. Could you walk us through the projected ROI? We need to ensure the numbers track with our market standing. Walk us through a great phrase for explain. Projected ROI, track with. Market standing, all standard business talk. Now, what about disagreement or rejection? You don't just say, I don't like it.
Right. You might say, we need to consider the implications. More formal than just think about.
And the ultimate shutdown phrase from that manager, Clark, when he dismissed Erica's idea.
I'm sorry, Erica, but that idea, it'll never fly.
It'll never fly. Great idiom. Means it won't work, won't get approved by higher-ups. It's just not practical. Very common in business.
And that dialogue also showed a contrast in management styles, didn't it? Clark was pretty negative.
Yeah, he just shut ideas down. Not very creative. The sources contrast that with good management practice. Tom's research found that great managers focus on motivation.
How so?
They use encouraging language. They make the team feel valued, like a special team working together. Instead of bad idea, they might say, okay, thanks for that input. Let's explore some other angles, or what are the potential challenges with that approach? It keeps people contributing.
Okay, we've covered the what to say and the how to say it, but underlying all of this is the mental game, the mindset, and every source seemed to agree. The biggest block isn't grammar, it's fear.
Absolutely. Fear of mistakes, fear of sounding stupid, fear of being judged. That fear paralyzes you. It stops you from opening your mouth.
So the fix is a mindset shift, like actively changing your internal dialogue.
Yes, a conscious shift. You have to stop the negative self-talk. No more, my English is so bad, or I'll never be fluent. You replace it with affirmations. Things like, English isn't hard, it's just new patterns, and I am learning, I am improving every day. Tom really emphasized how saying these things actively helps rewire your brain for learning.
And embracing mistakes. We have to talk about that again. It's so important.
Crucial. Mistakes are not failures. They're not signs you should give up. They are simply proof that you are trying. They're data.
Like the baby learning to walk analogy.
Exactly. The baby falls down constantly. Do the parents yell? No, they cheer, they encourage. Come on, try again. You have to be that kind parent to yourself. Make a mistake. Okay, good. Now I know what I need to practice more. Be kind.
But progress can feel slow sometimes, invisible even. How do you stay motivated when you don't feel like you're improving? How do you track it?
That's where creating your own proof comes in. The sources suggested a proof journal. And the most powerful tool, recording yourself.
Recording my own voice?
I don't know. Most people hate the sound of their own voice. But do it anyway. Record yourself reading a simple paragraph today. Describe your room, talk about your breakfast. Then do the exact same recording a week later or a month later.
And compare them.
Yes. Listen back. You will hear improvement. Your pronunciation will be clearer. You'll hesitate less. Your rhythm will be smoother. That concrete evidence, created by you, is incredibly motivating. It cuts through the feeling of being stuck.
That's a great idea. And also noticing small wins.
Yes. Don't just focus on the big goal of perfect fluency. Did you understand a whole sentence in a movie today without subtitles? Did you use one of those new phrases we talked about? Did you manage to think in English for, 30 seconds? Celebrate those small victories. Focus on what you can do now, as Tom advised, not just on the huge gap to native level.
Okay, so track progress, celebrate small wins. What about the bigger picture, the purpose?
All right, why are you putting in all this effort? Remember the goal. English connects you to, 1.5 billion people? It opens doors, better jobs, travel without barriers, understanding different cultures, watching movies without dubbing. It's a powerful tool for connection and independence.
And the final message seems to be about consistency.
It's everything. This isn't a race. You don't need to practice for 5 hours one day and then burn out. Small, smart steps every single day. That's what builds the automaticity. Change your phone language. Write 3 sentences in English before bed using patterns 1 and 2. Shout out for 60 seconds. Little things, done consistently.
It's a journey, a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly. And it's a rewarding one. You're building something amazing, something that changes your future, one sentence at a time. Hashtag outro.
All right, let's quickly recap the path to automatic fluency we've laid out today. It starts with a shift in focus, away from just rules.
Yeah, focus on real-world patterns. Use your daily routine as the absolute foundation. Get specific. Use descriptive language for your life.
Then use those active techniques. Shadowing to train your mouth and ears for the rhythm. Drilling those 3 core sentence patterns until they're instant, bypassing the slow brain.
Embrace how real people talk. The connected speech, the fillers, the common slang. Use friendly body language. And maybe most importantly, cultivate that confident mindset. Believe that you can do it and see mistakes as lessons, not failures.
You really do have the tools now, the vocabulary building blocks, the practice techniques, and hopefully the confidence to just speak without overthinking it.
And speaking of daily habits, we talked a lot about the power of routine, especially at the start of the day. So here's a final thought, a little challenge for you. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, before you grab your phone, before the coffee, just take a moment. Think of 3 things you're grateful for and articulate them, maybe just in your head, maybe out loud, in full sentences, in English.
Like, I am grateful for the sunny morning, or I'm grateful for my comfortable bed.
Exactly. Just that small, deliberate act of living in the language for a moment. How might starting your day like that, actively using English for something positive and personal, how might that change the momentum for the rest of your day? Something to think about.